That's the perspective I'm thinking about. When I closed on this one large apartment complex, my whole goal was, what will my grandkids as adults say to their children about me? I'll be in heaven by then, but what will they say about how I changed their family tree?
We're here at Dealmaker Private Money Lending event, Orlando, and I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Jeff Watson, real estate attorney. And first of all, thank you for everything that you put on. Man, I am just mind blown. Me and Joe were just talking about, we've been through so many events. And Joe said, I thought I knew a little bit about some of the docs and private money lending. Everybody here, there's people that have 10, 15, 20, 30 years, 40 years of experience. I mean, Mr. Bill Cook, and everybody's learning so much. You brought the fire. Thank you for everything that you do for us with Seller Finance Coalition. I'd like for you to talk about, a couple of things. One thing that we're really excited about is your new book. Can you tell us about what you got going on?
Yeah, Homero, it's always a fun time hanging out with you and like-minded individuals, whether we're doing it at Note School, Note Expo, Summer Summit.
Gary Johnson.
Yeah, Gary Johnson. Yeah, anything like that, Dealmaker. I'm blessed. I'm just blown away blessed being able to add the title of a best-selling author to my resume. Wrote a book called Boaz on Business. We got Eddie Speed involved in the process. Eddie had a huge contribution to this. And Boaz on Business is based on the book of Ruth in the Old Testament, where Boaz, a main character, is a long-term thinking real estate investor. And we take the business principles set forth in those 4 chapters in the book of Ruth, and we apply them to today, because the situation in the book of Ruth at that time in the nation of Israel is very similar to what it is now. Foreign involvement, chaos, famine, food shortages, floods, things like that. All sorts of uncertainty, political uncertainty, religious confusion. All that was going on then, all that's going on now. And the truth of the matter is, it is still possible to own, operate, run, and grow a long-term real estate investing business applying the same principles that Boaz used that I think I captured in this book. And so we can grow with it from there. That's the latest thing. And Homero, that translates into how you and I think about investing, because we don't think in days or hours or weeks or months. We think in years.
Right.
We think in structuring a deal where there's going to be a payment stream for years.
Yeah. Being able to do something once.
Yeah, once and have years of payments. Yeah, do it once and years of payments. And that's important to us. And that's what Boaz covered. That's how Boaz invested. Boaz in the book of Ruth made an investment, bought a piece of land that wasn't going to really be his heirs for 3 generations. But then it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. I'm excited to read this book. I got my copy here at this event. Something that was really interesting is you brought, I believe, 50 books to the event and got sold out within the 2 days.
Day and a half.
And I know my friend behind the camera, Ricky, I know he wanted a copy. He didn't get one, so he's going to order one. I'm going to order one for him, and definitely pick it up. If you want to get it, learn a little bit more, get the foundations. It's a bestseller right now, and it's probably going to be a bestseller for weeks and months to come. And I'm just really excited to call you a friend. And I know there's so many people that are grateful for everything that you shared. I can tell you this, something that I'm thinking so many things as I'm sitting there in the conference and as you're speaking. The docs that you provided and some of the language and ideas that you gave at this conference in that book was worth the ticket alone. I mean, 10x would have probably cost. I mean, there's so many people that had so many aha moments, and it's these events that are life-changing for those of you. So we have a lot of friends in common. And we encourage you, whenever we suggest an event like this, it's a must attend, because we know that it's life-changing.
So I've been privileged to learn from some really wise people who've learned from some really wise people. Just think, for example, like Eddie Speed learning from his father-in-law, or some of my mentors that learned from the late Jack Miller and things like that. And so I've learned from them, and then I just to take what I've learned and I apply it in transactions and deals I'm doing now for either myself or clients. And so it just comes to life, multiple generations, decades of knowledge and experience. I put it into these deal docs, and people go forward and they just like, now I understand why we do this. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, it's all about thinking, like you said, in generations and what's going to happen 10, 15, 20 years from now. And that's the incredible events of like the Gary Johnson event.
Right.
You know, what we're going to read and imply in the book is financial decisions that have a long-term effect for not only myself, but from our family, our kids' kids.
Right.
That's what we're excited
I
about.
mean, I can think of some of the last few deals that I've done. I did them from the perspective of what will my grandchildren say about me to their kids?
Wow.
That's the perspective I'm thinking about. When I closed on this one large apartment complex, my whole goal was, what will my grandkids as adults say to their children about me? I'll be in heaven by then, but what will they say about how I changed their family tree?
Wow. Let's talk about that briefly, maybe in 1 or 2 minutes. Talk about that deal. What does it look like?
So
How did it come to your?
it came to me because of the relationships in my network. That's the key thing, is keep building and growing in your network and relationships. And it came to me, and it was a multi-unit apartment complex, 153 units in Athens, Ohio. And a business partner and I took it down in the worst time to buy a multifamily property in the last decade. We took it down in that one in the second half of 2023, and I think it was one of the only deals that closed that in that time of the year. And it's been a strong cash flow producing property ever since. We're 100% occupied. We've raised rents 3 times, and it's just needed the on-site management to have owners that believe in them, and that's what we're doing. The on-site managers, they're fantastic. We show up, we talk to them, we tell them, hey, we're not doing anything funky with this thing. We're gonna hold it a long time, and they just feel empowered to go out and fill it up and make it run, and they're doing great.
And as you mentioned, and one of the hardest times for multifamily, you made a decision that wasn't easy. You probably felt like you were swimming upstream,
Oh yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
But an uncomfortable decision is having a generational impact.
Yeah, I refused to quit. I wanted to so many times,
I
and
remember I said probably a couple of things.
I refused to quit. I won't quit. I won't quit.
Man, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, because the real reward is going to be when my grandkids are old enough to really understand what I did. Hopefully, I'll still be around. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's the cool thing is, you know, you're making a incredible impact, not only on your immediate family, but obviously on so many of us. So we appreciate that, Jeff. And
well, I mean, at this event we just wrapped up, this Dealmaker private lending event, everybody that stood on stage talked about the impact in their life by the late Dyke Spotiffer.
yeah,
He was a dear friend of mine, a mentor of mine. I learned so much from him, and what he and his daughter Dorsey Botiford Cooney, and she's still active and does business and teaches and so on. The impact that they've had across tens of thousands of people. How they're showing tens of thousands of people how to be a better, smarter, wiser, better prepared, better documented investor.
and that's why sometimes I try to get stuff like this on content and video because, for example, I didn't get a chance to meet him. I wasn't fortunate enough to find out about him. But if he had a class coming up, I would sign up. But guess what? I'm going to go and pursue and get some of those video recordings and content. And I know something that Gary Johnson talked about at his last event is if you have the chance to go to an event, make that decision because we may not have that chance.
Right.
You talked about some unfortunate news of us losing over last year, some incredible people.
Yeah, and
Another
another gentleman we've lost in the last couple of years is Clyde Wilson, who used to teach with Gary.
With Gary.
Yeah. I mean, and Clyde forgot more about real estate than most people will ever know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so there's this moment in time right now where we've got to go get that information from the people who have it, from people like Pete Fortunato, who've been doing deals since 1965.
Yeah. No, it's impressive.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where can people maybe connect with you as far as any events you're going to be going to this year?
Sure. The best way to connect with me, the best way to find out about Boaz on Business is just all go to watsoninvested.com. 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 vested.com. My blog. You can buy Boaz there. You can register for my free email newsletter. Incredible newsletter, and see where I'm going, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly encourage every single one of you to get connected. Go to his website, watsonInvested.com. You can sign up for his newsletter. You're going to get incredible information, be able to connect. I know we're also doing an event. Actually, I'm going to be speaking with the Seller Finance Coalition. That's coming up in February, right?
February 27th.
February 27th is going to be an online event. So we'll make sure to put information on this video, put a link below so you can register. I think it's $197 or something like that.
And all of it goes to the Seller Finance Coalition as we continue to lobby for investor, lender, landlord, homeowner, real estate investor rights in Washington, D.C. And it's been a very powerful force for us, and we just have to keep doing it. And I'm excited for the progress that we're going to make in 2025.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much. We'll make sure we put a quick picture. You can definitely get this on Amazon, right?
Yep.
People can go directly to Amazon. You can get it. Or I don't know if there's an Amazon resource.
Amazon is the way to get it right now.
Amazon's the best way to get it. Congratulations on being a bestseller with our good friend Eddie Speed.
Yep.
And I'm excited to read about it and just continue our relationship and learning from all incredible people. As you said, I mean, in this room, we got hundreds of, I could probably say hundreds of years of experience.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's people that are in this room that have been investing for 40 plus years.
Yep. Yeah, I can see them right now. We're just sitting here. Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I see Foster over there. I see Jim there. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
To think about the amount of value we're getting in this room is absolutely ridiculous. For $700-800, not only are you able to learn so much information, but be able to connect and have relationships that can last you a lifetime.
A lifetime. Yep. Your network becomes your net worth. And it's just, it's so easy to say, but the significance of that statement needs to be really pondered and internalized. Anyhow, man, it's been fantastic. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Peace.
We'll see you. Have a safe flight.
All right. Thank you.